titled "The MAGA Backlash Has Arrived." And basically what they're saying is that Donald Trump needs to recalibrate. This is from the editorial, quote, "The comfortable win by Democratic Judge Susan Crawford is the second sign in 2 weeks of a political backlash against the Trump presidency." And, they point out that election became a referendum not on the candidates, but on Trump and on Musk. And they write that, that's a warning to the GOP that the Trump-Musk governing style is stirring a backlash that could cost them control of Congress next year. The elections are a warning to Trump to focus on what got him reelected, especially prices and growth in real income. And he says, and they write, the MAGA majority may have a shorter run than advertised. I think it's over. I really do. I think the MAGA majority is dead. I think these guys are running on fumes. The question is whether they will be able to suppress enough votes in the election coming up in a year and a half, the midterm elections, to hang on to their power. I'm skeptical, because the thing that they're genuinely terrified of is if the House falls into Democratic hands, you're going to start seeing congressional investigations of Elon Musk. There were 33 different federal agency investigations into Elon Musk's companies. SpaceX was being investigated. Tesla was being investigated. He was being, there were all these investigations. All of those investigations, as far as I can tell, have been shut down, in large part because the agencies conducting the investigations were shut down, or the people in those agencies conducting the investigations were fired by Musk and his teenage wrecking crew. Now, that is certainly worthy of a congressional investigation. Donald Trump shipping people overseas, another congressional investigation. Donald Trump disappearing people with green cards and student visas, into a private prison in Louisiana, good for an investigation. Elon Musk getting government contracts. There was several $billion, I think it was $4.5 billion, something like that came out of the Inflation Reduction Act for rural broadband, so that, to spiff companies like Comcast or AT&T or whatever to run, fiber optics or 5G lines out to people in rural areas so that they can have access to high-speed internet. And now Musk has apparently got that shut down, and he's trying to get that money for SpaceX. Excuse me, for his satellite company, Starlink. Again, this looks corrupt. It looks like he's in a position where he can reward himself. I mean, Musk is only rich because Barack Obama gave him a huge subsidy to keep Tesla afloat when it was in trouble, and because NASA has been pouring cash into his coffers for SpaceX. He's a billionaire. I realize he made a lot of money with PayPal back in the day, but he's mostly a billionaire. The vast majority of his wealth, probably over 90% of his wealth, is coming from government contracts, or is the result of government contracts. And here he is running our government? Really? I think this level, this just kind of insane level of corruption, on top of the fact that he's ripping things apart. And then there's USAID. USAID was one of the agencies that was principally responsible for the end of apartheid in South Africa. The end of apartheid in South Africa was when the Musk family decided to leave the country. And now Elon Musk has taken down USAID. I suspect that's not a coincidence. And I'd love to see Congress investigate that too. So these guys have to be running scared.